Good morning and welcome, Patriot News Hour. Joe and Jason on this Wednesday, and I hope it finds you well out there. I will be leaving for Texas right after the show, pretty much right after the show. But Jason will be covering Thursday, Friday. I know we'll have JR on tomorrow. Our toll-free number, 800-951-0592. The website at allamericangold.com. And before we, Wednesdays we do spend a lot of time talking about Texit. But before we get into that, we've got some things that we need to go over. First, it's another all-time record high for gold and silver. Told you, almost $92 now on silver. Remember, I even told you, hey, look out for $92. Well, guess what? It's $91.71 right now, up $4.90. Gold's up $33. The Dow, the S&P, and the NASDAQ are all lower today. By the way, crude oil keeps going a little bit higher and a little bit higher. But here's what we need to talk about. So for those of you that are looking to sell, here is what the market is. If you just want to sell, and hey, I just need the money now, that is really, it's going to be tough. And what I mean by that is we're going to buy it back. Absolutely. You're just going to get well back of spot. Why? Well, because everybody out there is either not buying at all, which is what I've been hearing from a lot of the local. They won't even buy. But the wholesalers are very smartly saying, yeah, well, I know silver's gone up. Listen, silver in 3 days has gone up, $12 or $13.
Yeah.
Right, so think about it. It's like $4 a day every day.
Yep.
Well, there's going to be a day that it goes down $4, $6, $8. And they don't want to, have a lot of inventory, so they're paying a lot less. So, what do we do about it? Simple. Especially if you want to sell quantity. And this is the thing now. A case of silver is quantity. I mean, right now, $2,145 for one roll of Silver Eagles.
Retail,
right. And I don't know if you're seeing all the headlines. So the U.S. Mint has come out and said they are now delaying all proof Silver Eagles that was supposed to be out this month. No, they're not coming. We'll let you know about next month. Right now, they've raised the premiums on Silver Eagles again. And here's the reality. All of us out there, we're almost all paying like $2,000. That's where we're going. That's what the premiums are. They're going to end up not having any. I'm just telling you, that's where we're going. I've been around too long, and I've seen this happen before. This is the worst one, though. This isn't because we're selling 50 million ounces of Silver Eagles. And, oh, by the way, the problem is the Mint has X amount of machines. The machines are running full time. And that's just all we can make. No. This is, hey, we're selling maybe 15, 20 million. That's not a lot. Why? Because the price is so high. The Mint can make more. The problem is they can't get the silver to do it. See the difference? This is what's coming. But back to if you want to sell, partner with us. Partner with us. Make sure, hey, I don't know, and I don't know what it is. Well, you're buying a house. You want to pay off debt. You want to buy a car, right? Car now it's like $100,000, and you just don't want the payment. And you're like, man, I'm probably going to sell my gold and silver or some of it to do it. Don't wait till the day you're going to do it. You're going to be unhappy, and I don't want you to be unhappy. When you call us, say, hey, I'm going to need this. It's the 14th of January. Hey, I'm going to need this money sometime mid to late February. I don't know exactly which day, but sometime, maybe even early March. Do it today. Why? Because we'll retail out of it with you. What does that mean? That means you are going to get significantly more money. And I'm talking significant. Like Silver Eagles, you're talking $5, $6, $7 an ounce more if you retail out with us. That's the kind of money we're talking about. We'll talk about. Jason wants to chime in. We'll get into this a little more next segment. 800-951-0592, and just quickly here, restrictions everywhere. Costco now, major Costco's like, we can't raise the price fast enough. You guys got to order less. We've got problems. The U.S. Mint's got problems. And again, on the sell, if you need to sell to us, partner with us. You'll be way better off. And I'm not – listen, if you got like a 20, a roll of 2 or Silver Eagles, you're fine. You're fine. But those of you that got, hey, I've got a case, 2 cases, 5 cases of Silver Eagles. I've got, I don't know, 10, 20, 30, 40, 20s. I've got 100 10s, whatever it may be. You're going to want a partner. You're going to do a lot better than you would otherwise. You got to get Jason's mic on here.
So let's say even 520s, Joe. I mean, you're looking at $25,000 retail. I mean, just a little short of that. But yeah, Joe and I, we're going to buy a large amount, and it needs to be paid quickly. We're going to be as far as $10 or $15 below spot on, and then when it comes to junk silver, maybe further down. And the reason for that is what I will call we need 2 days leverage. You come in at 3 o'clock selling to us, we can't set up a deal with our wholesalers to dump it to them if we're worried about the price the next day. The overnight could have us down $5. So if we're $10 under and we buy from you, at least, and here's the thing, at least we're doing it. Joe said there's a lot of retail that's going to die during this cycle. We try to sell it to you guys on the air the next day, and we go one more day, and then silver goes down the next day another $5. Well, we paid you $10 under spot, and we ended up getting nothing because if we don't get it sold, right, Joe, we're out. That's how it's because it's moving this fast. I've been here coming on 8 years, and Joe and I have been predicting in 2025 where this is headed. And one of the things that Joe said is, how close to $100 an ounce we were going to get before the end of 2025. And I said, hey, we're going to have these big up and down days. They're going to start coming. Well, it's all coming. It's happening. So $5 an ounce up or down is now normal. It's possible every day. We cannot get burned and continue to serve you guys. And so I think Joe and I got a great model to make sure you guys can buy. I mean, I was on one of the big competition sites today. No Silver Eagles. And I was like, well, they got to have junk. I mean, they had junk, but they didn't have the junk that you want to buy. They are way bidding down way below on 40% and 35% junk silver, and they're only offering that. $1,030 for $10 face value war nickels. I mean, that's where we're at. And they're like, look, the premiums are down 200% versus our other stuff. They're telling you how great it is. Well, yeah, because when they bought it, they had to really buy it low because who wants to hold on to war nickels for very long? but they had no half dollars, no quarters, no dimes. They had none of that, right? So we are going to try to continue to offer good product, and if you need to sell, you're going to get a lot of money. You're going to get a lot of money for whatever you're selling. I mean, it's moving so fast. Everybody listening is way ahead that's bought silver more than 2 months ago. But if you,
I mean, almost feels like last week.
Yeah. So if you need to move it quick, we'll be able to facilitate that. If you click on your calculator, it's like, well, wait a minute, I don't really like the that's the and then Joe offered you the better route if you're patient. Retailing out means we'll get you as close to spot as we possibly can. If it goes up, we all get to do well with your sell while it goes up. But if it goes down, we go down together. So there's your choice. And
even going down together, you're going to be better off. That's how tough it's going to be. So we wanted to get that out there to everybody. Again, partnering up. That's what we're talking about. Don't wait till, well, gosh, I need to sell today. Well, when do you need them? Oh, I need it by Monday. That's not going to work. You're not going to be happy.
Well, or you'll be happy because you're going to get a lot of money. It's just not.
Well, yeah, you'll still get right. But I'm just saying.
We can't pay you $92 an ounce. That's that's not the world we're living in. That's not going to happen. Yeah. I know it seems unfair because the retail price is above that. Well, it's showing you who's holding the silver has control over the market, and that's where we're at.
800-951-0592. By the way, we did get producer prices today, and it came in hot. So that was not, yesterday, the CPI, they were all happy about the core number. Today, we got the producer prices, and that number was hot, came in 3%. More than what was expected. So we'll see here. There's a lot of nasty words. Jay Powell is now a jerk and a incompetent or a crook. According to Donald Trump, he's going to be out of here real soon. The bank earnings have come out. They're really sloppy earnings. Even like B of A today, they beat on the top and bottom line, but people weren't happy. It wasn't great, and that's what we're seeing from J.P. Morgan, Wells Fargo, Citi. Some beat, some didn't, but all of them showing a not a great market right now. And of course, the bankers, right? They want people to borrow money, right? And borrow money. Getting harder and harder to do out there. So that kind of gets you caught up. I do have one really good silver deal right now. Rolls of dimes. $335. And you're like, what? How is that even possible? Listen, that's $93.70 an ounce. Silver's at $92. Well, up $5.02 right now, $91.83. So this is as close to spot as you're going to get. You think 5-ounce silver bars. Yeah, what are they today? $510 on 5-ounce silver bars. Rounds. Silver rounds, $2,045. Still $100 less than a roll of Silver Eagles. But, yep, that is what you're looking at. So if you want a deal in silver today, here's the thing, though. I only have 100 rolls. That's not very much. That's only a half a bag. That's nothing. 100 rolls of dimes, $335 at 800-951-0592. If somebody out there, you want to do some big money, you want to do, 100, $250,000, $500,000, $1 million plus, call me. And we can wheel and deal. I'll tell you where the deals are. And even in the gold now, when you're sitting there thinking about, hey, I want to do, and again, $250,000. That's a lot of money. But when gold's almost $5,000 an ounce, it's not that much, right? When you're thinking, hey, God, that's not that many coins. I'm gonna tell you what's out there, right? You're not going to come in with, $500,000, $1 million and say, hey, I want St. Gaudens. That's not going to happen. Well, I shouldn't say that. I can get you $1 million worth of Saints, just not circulated Saints, right? Hey, I can get you $1 million, but you're going to have to buy XF, AUs, BUs, right? Can you get them, Gold Eagles even? Let me call. I'll get back to you, right? So there are certain things out there that we can, give you great deals on, but you got to go quickly. The market is. I've been around a long time. COVID, we had a silver problem. Silver was $18 premium. At $18, the height, I think the premiums got $16 over.
Yep.
Right? That was insanity, right? Well, there's no Silver Eagles. They weren't working, right? And everything was crazy and all this other nonsense.
But those big guys with the shorts, with the short plays were still okay because the price, they don't have to pay the premium.
They don't have to pay the premiums, right. The premiums now are actually dirt cheap, really.
Not very long.
And that's the problem. They've been creeping up and creeping up and creeping up and creeping up. But when I'm talking to our wholesalers, when I'm hearing about major wholesalers literally leaving, saying, nope, I'm not even in the silver business right now, it tells me things are wild. And here's the thing. The reason why they don't want to be in it is they short the markets, right? Because they're worried about price falls, and their shorts just keep getting wiped out every day. And they're like, man, I'm getting killed, right? So I either got to get out of the short altogether, and I don't want to do that because, I could go out of business tomorrow. But, Jason, I've got a bad feeling that we're not going to have a lot of product at all before 2026 is over. This is not looking good.
I mentioned yesterday, what happens if and when, I shouldn't say if, at what time, the if is when are we going to hit $100 and what's going to happen at that point? I really believe that the monster of Americans that don't really deal with this stuff, it's going to be on the mainstream media, which they don't like to touch this stuff, but they're starting to touch it now. They've been touching it last year. When they come on, it's like $100, and it's not stopping. I mean, Costco is a great barometer. They sold 2.4 million ounces, 1/4 of a year's retail of silver. They sold it in 72 hours.
1 ounce at a time because you're limited to one.
They were selling tubes of Silver Eagles. So they were selling tubes of Silver Eagles. I can't remember what the other thing they were selling. It might have been.
I know they added some bars
10-ounce silver bars. It might have been 10 ounce, but that's what they were selling.
Now they're down to one. You can buy one.
Single coins.
One.
Because you know what they did? Costco has razor-thin margins, but they're going to cut that margin a little fatter on that one coin. So they're like, well, why are we giving it out at 20 ounces at a time when we could do one at a time? And that's where we're at. I mean, we're over $100. The major retailers across the country are inching towards $110 for an ounce of silver. I mean, I have these Fake News Friday coins that I'm selling, and I put the price at $125 for a collectible coin, which is very limited. And I totally underpriced that. Those are all going to be gone in the next week or two because people are going to buy it just for the silver.
Yeah,
that's where we're at. It's you got to get yourself in quick.
I know it's confusing. It's hard to understand, but availability is a big problem.
It could disappear.
And it's not like it was before. Every other time we've run out, financial crisis, COVID, it was just like, hey, this is the amount of machines we've got, and everyone's running full blast. And we only can make so many a day, right? That type of a problem. No, this isn't that. This is literally, we can't get the gold or the silver or the platinum or the palladium to even make them.
A major internet seller has top shelf selling war nickels. That's their top silver. That's one of the top silver products they're selling right now is war nickels.
800-951-0592. Rolls of silver dimes. The buy of the day, $335. We only had 100 rolls. 800-951-0592. And remember, if you want to sell, partner with us, and let's just say do a lot better than you would have otherwise. And again, 800-951-0592. Want to jump into text it. Next Wednesday will be probably a show you don't want to miss when it comes to text it. So I am leaving for the Ranger Roundup meeting after the show today, and I will have a lot more information. I will say this. I am starting to get a lot more excited again about where we're going to be going. I know the price has been, let's just say it's been tough. Bear market. It's been really, really poor. And for a lot of different reasons, but here's the good news. What we are doing, with, whether you want to call it honest money or you want to call it, the new thing, magnetic money, what we're trying to do is really two different things at the same time. One is we're trying to go in and show everybody how to use crypto, how to get into what is coming, how to understand it, how to take advantage of, kind of like AI, right? Look at stocks as a great example. What stocks are doing? Well, anything that says AI on it, right? Microsoft AI, Oracle AI, NVIDIA AI, right? Alphabet AI, Facebook AI, right? The AI, if you got AI attached to you, you're doing okay. Crypto, kind of, the same thing, right? You can make a really good lick if you know what you're doing and you know where the play is going to be. So that's one part, right? Getting all of us that missed out on Bitcoin, how to work in this space, and believe me, it is going to pay huge dividends down the road as we're watching. I mean, look at what gold and silver are telling you. We're watching the death of fiat money. I mean, that is really what it is that's happening. The whole world is like, hey, this money isn't sound. It's not sound money. It's not sound money anymore, and we're looking for an alternative. The other side of what it is that we're doing, which is kind of incredible, is we're going out into the community and showing all of these businesses, all of these towns, not only how to accept crypto, because that's the easy part, believe it or not, but we're showing them the power that the banks always knew, right? When you go to the bank and you borrow money, then you've got to pay the bank back with interest, right? The bank loves it. Yeah, we put the money out, but we know the money's going to come back, and it's going to come back with interest, right? Bobby's calling it, it's like magnetic money. We're showing towns and businesses how to do it and keep all of that money local and know and incentivize not only their communities, the businesses themselves, how to essentially have magnetic money where that $1, that $5, that $10, that $100 circulates 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in that local community instead of one. Because right now it's one. You go, you buy something. First of all, if you don't buy it from a local business, right, the money's gone, right? It leaves the community. If you do buy it local, what do? They put it right into the bank, right? And what are the banks? They're all multinational conglomerates. They don't get used. We're going to have magnetic money. I will tell you this. We're not going to share a lot going forward because we want to be a little quiet. But I will tell you, we have multiple deals signed. You're going to start seeing it and in the coin price very, very soon. Matter of fact, while I'm gone, I will be using downtown digital dollars in Texas, in local communities, with local retailers. Jason, it's here, it's coming, and I think people are going to be amazed at what comes from this. So all of you out there, I know you got in, you got a piece of the mind. If you haven't gotten in, it's a great opportunity, right? We always say, where's the most of the money made? In the crashes. That's where the money's made, right, Jason?
You guys that have been listening to Joe for years and listening to me for the time I've been here, gold and silver. Now, I got in 2018, but Joe was here in 2011 when silver shot up to 50 and gold got up to 1,900. And then the rest of 2011, 2012, 2013, it just came back real hard, and silver languished. For years, let's just be, it was being squashed and whatever. If it was corrupt or whatever, it doesn't matter. The price was lower, and it sucked if you bought it in 2011. I've talked to so many guys that bought it in 2011, and it just, and it took a while. But here's crypto, right, Joe? You can kind of consider what's happening to Texacoin right now is 2011, 2012, 2013 silver. But what's cool about crypto is it's not going to take half a decade or 7 or 8 years for this thing to maneuver back and right. At least it makes you seasick when you're in crypto, but at least the ups come fast and the downs come fast. You don't have to suffer for a long time, Joe.
800-951-0592. Patriot Radio News Hour here on this Wednesday. As we said earlier, I will be gone Thursday, Friday. I'll be back on Monday. We'll be in Texas for the Texas Ranger Roundup meeting, and I will be back with a ton of new intel. There's a lot of exciting things happening behind the scenes here. But really quickly, rolls of dimes. I still got some. I shouldn't. $335. Wake up here, guys. $20 gold pieces. $48.75. Gold eagles are over $5,000. $48.75. If you want to do volume, call me. We'll sharpen our pencils.
I texted Joe last night when silver was at $91.
Got me out of bed.
I never text Joe at night.
Never, because he knows. First of all, it was like 9 o'clock. That's way past my bedtime. I was actually in bed. I just hadn't fallen asleep. And, yeah. I was glad he did because I had to get up.
Got to keep your eye on the ball, man. You got to keep your eye on the ball. Things moving fast. Every day when I get up in the morning and when I go to bed, I'm always giving the silver price update to my wife. Just Brooke. I just let her know it's extremely fast moving upwards. And it's been going on for a year, Joe. This has been going on. Well, now if you start with May, it's not quite a year. This is just going.
We say a year. This time last year, gold's up, what?
Triple.
From 30 to 90.
Yep, 29 to 87 is triple, and we're past 87.
Yeah, we're past tripling. And by the way, it's not done. Really quickly, I got to break this news. So Donald Trump on Truth Social, man, this is... I don't get anything anymore. I truly don't. Anything less than full American control of Greenland will be unacceptable.
Oh, boy.
The United States needs Greenland for the purpose of national security. So apparently World War III is coming, according to the president. It's vital for the Golden Dome that we are building. NATO should lead the way for us to get it. If we don't, Russia or China will, and that's not going to happen. I did not know Russia and China were taking over Greenland, but apparently they are. Military without the vast power of the United States, much of which I built during the first time, and am now bringing to a new and even higher level. Remember, he wants another $500 billion. Hey, that's great for gold and silver, guys. Trust me. NATO would not be an effective force or a deterrent, not even close. They know that, and so do I. NATO becomes far more formidable and effective with Greenland in the hands of the United States. Anything less than that is unacceptable. Thank you for the attention in this matter. So at least, you know what, I'll give Trump this. He's laying it out there. Listen, there's only one reason we need Greenland, and we need it for military purposes. There you go, Jason.
Military, financial... What's the difference? They got zinc, gold. I guess they have really good deposits of iron, rare earth elements. They got oil and gas, and it is a strategic place. And one thing that, the polar north is proven to be, it's moving. Based off what we know about the Earth, it shouldn't be, but polar north is moving, and this is why in the last decade or so you're having wildfires and forest fires that are burning Siberia. Siberia shouldn't be burning, it should be covered in snow. But Siberia is not covered in snow all the time anymore. Greenland is the same situation. It's becoming accessible, and they just need to build roads and build infrastructure, and as fast as silver is moving, it's just as an example, these commodities are going to be necessary very quick. So once again, it's economics, Joe. It's economics. I mean, military is a part of economics. It's hand in hand. So yeah, he wants to mine those elements cheap, and I think one of the things I heard Trump say is he wanted to buy Greenland. He's like, what I'd like to do is buy it, but if it's not for sale, then we're just going to have it. We're going to take it anyway. So it's like. It's the way the world is.
Anything less,
Joe, you know what it feels like to
unacceptable.
Me? You were doing radio, and I know Eric talked a lot about the NAFTA and the Amero, and then we were going to have the Eurozone. We were going to have the Amero zone, right? Doesn't it kind of feel like we're kind of forming that Amero zone by force right now? Doesn't it feel like, hey, Western Hemisphere, we need to be the new Eurozone, globalism, and it feels like globalism. This is all globalism. This is, remember Bush Sr.? New World Order. He was the president when all that NAFTA stuff, all that was going on between him and Clinton. So it sure feels like we're getting our Eurozone put together here, Joe. And Venezuela and Canada and Greenland, you better be a part of this.
800-951-0592. And getting back to Texit. If you haven't gotten in, you want to get in, I will do. I still have one. If a person wants to get in with a 9-pack today, $8,995, I will give you 2,000 Texit coin.
Is it $2,000 worth or 2,000 Texit?
$2,000 worth. Yeah, sorry, thank you. $2,000 worth of Texit coin at 800-951-0592. When we get back, final segment, I'm going to tell those of you, all of you that are already in, hey, what can I do to help? I'm going to tell you when we get back. Final segment, 800-951-0592. Rolls of silver dimes, $335. $20 liberties. God, I got to look again now. $48.75 volume discounts, guys. So you want to do something big, call me. We will hook you up. And remember, on anybody that wants to sell, especially a larger quantity, partner with us, and you'll be able to do a lot better on the pricing. And all you got to do is call us, and we'll lay it out how it all works for you. It's pretty simple. And then for those of you that, hey, Joe, I've done it. I've bought my seats on Texit. I've shared it with my friends and family. What else can I do? Simplest thing: buy some Texit. Well, it's low on the exchange. and I'm not talking, oh my gosh, you need to do thousands of dollars. No. $20, $50, $100. That's it. That's all it will take. We have 58,000 miners. If each miner just did $5, right, the price is going to jump. But here's the thing. We're going to start getting help now from downtown digital dollars. That is starting, essentially it's going to start this week because I'm going to be part of it. Where the whole thing, it's already ready to go. We told you it's done. It's ready. Yeah. You're going to start seeing more demand on the exchanges for Texit coin, which is what it is that we've been needing. And I just suggest you, we've been having these classes in Phoenix and Colorado. If you don't know how to get on the exchange and buy and sell Texit coin, call and get yourself on the list. I know, Jason, you guys are having a meeting tonight. Tonight
at 6 o'clock, we're going to be doing Texit coin. You guys got to get in there.
I'm going to say this, guys. We've got another thing coming. This is why we wanted everybody to learn how to use these things. We told you from the beginning there would be other opportunities. Guys, they're coming. Get out there. Pick up some cheap Texit coin. I don't care if it's $20, $10, $50, $100. It is going to go a long way. If you haven't signed up for the Arizona classes, remember, Colorado, we got enough space. You can just show up. Here in Arizona, call, get on the list. We have meetings in Chandler. We have meetings here in the Phoenix office. Small.
Mike is expecting a good turnout, and it seems like when we have that good turnout, there's a lot more attention, a lot more questions, a lot more information gets passed. So we won't be having a meeting next week. Mike is going to one of his trips to Las Vegas. It's for his gun and ammo, Warriors Revolution. So get on this one because we may not have another one for 2 weeks. I will not do the meetings without Mike. He's just too good at it, and there's no way I have the information level on this that Mike and Joe have running the radio station, and I don't have the ladies that we have over at the Arizona office for the gold company. So I can handle what I can handle, but I can't handle the Wednesday meetings alone, Joe. So take advantage.
Yeah, no doubt. Listen, I'm going to be back with a bunch of more intel, but I can tell you right now, I think the bear market will be over very, very soon. But again, if you haven't become a miner yet, call me. Do it today.